Tonight, an update on the state of education. A concern for Billings teachers was avoided in the state legislature this week, but brings to the forefront a behind-the-scenes conflict in School District 2. Well, earlier this week, 3 right-to-work bills that opponents claimed were aimed at weakening Montana's unions were defeated on the floor of the state legislature. Now, one group paying particular attention to the outcomes. School District 2 teachers are now breathing easier, but say they are far from happy. Q2's Casey Conlon reports.
They had the opportunities to, make us feel valued without any monetary risks involved. I guess my question is, why wouldn't you do that?
When House Bill 251 was introduced into the state legislature on January 26th, the Montana Federation of Public Employees went to work. The state's largest union, mainly comprised of teachers, knew the sweeping right-to-work bill could drastically diminish their bargaining power if passed.
Right-to-work laws are designed to eventually disintegrate a union.
So the teachers union began asking the state's largest districts to roll over their current contracts for the next several years as a protection and show of good faith. Billings Education Association President Doug Robison also asked for one more thing.
Teachers in our contract are required to notify the district when they would like to retire, and that date is March 1st. And I simply asked Mr. Upham to extend that notification date until we as teachers feel a little bit more secure about what's going to happen in Helena. Those are the 2 things that I've requested. Neither one of them would cost any money at this point. It creates a simple sense of security for all the teachers.
And Superintendent Upham hasn't been willing to do that as of yet?
No, I've met with him several times. I read a statement to the board at the last board meeting, and I've been met with a negative response to both questions.
When asked why he wouldn't commit to the proposal, Upham pointed to School District 2's current budget concerns.
The level of deficit that we have in our elementary budget, my concern was just unintended consequences of not being able to just completely negotiate in a full-blown manner. We have to have all the tools in the toolbox moving forward to address this issue.
Last year, SD2 cut $4 million from its operating budget to address the shortfall, mostly through eliminating almost 40 full-time equivalent positions.
And I'm noticing some words that we know right in the title.
But after losing almost 400 students to homeschooling because of the COVID-19 pandemic, Upham estimates a minimum $2 million deficit once again next year.
That's without any negotiated amounts on salary adjustments. So that's yet to come. And that you're talking large dollars when you're talking about increasing compensation.
But teachers say this wasn't about wanting more money. This was about sticking to a contract both sides have already agreed to. And that's led to the potentially bigger problem: a growing level of distrust, especially after enduring one of the toughest school years ever.
Everyone felt that going back 5 days a week and getting the kids back in the classroom would be the best course of action to take. However, at the beginning of the year, we were met with things like no contract, an immediate change in schedule.
And staff have really stepped up and I think overcame a lot of challenges and went above and beyond and did an awesome job. So in turn, we were just asking for something in return so we feel valued and maybe appreciated for what we've done. So when the superintendent said, no, we're not going to do that, that made us feel like, okay, we're not appreciated, we're not valued, and that hurts.
Upham says he is empathetic to the teachers' concerns, but again pointed to the bottom line.
The courage that it took for our people to do the work that they've been doing, of being able to stay in school. So yeah, it's a difficult response and surely not intended to be disrespectful. Just trying to do the best that I can moving forward to make sure the district's in a good spot to do our best for years to come.
Based on recent history, teachers worry that spot won't include all of them.
I hope our district can overcome the financials problems that we're in. But I would hope that they would put the money into educators, because if you put the money into teachers and education, in turn that helps the students and benefits the students. And that's really what we're here for.
Casey Conlon, MTN News.
Now, the current School District 2 teachers contract expires on June 30th. The two sides will meet again this summer to work on a new deal.